Welcome back to my channel and the second video in my KCSE Math Paper 1 2019 playlist. So in this video we're going to be solving for question 2 on that paper, on the KCSE Math Paper 1 2019 paper. Okay, so let's read the question and then go ahead and solve the problem. So the question asks, express 1728 and 2025 in terms of their prime factors. So that's the first part of the question. So we express these two numbers in terms of their prime factors, and then after that we evaluate the cube root of 1728 divided by the square root of 2025. So as you can see, this question is worth 4 marks, so it probably requires a pretty involved calculation, although I'll break it down into steps so that it's easier for you to process and you can be able to tackle this type of question if it turns up on the next exam. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and do the first part, which is expressing 1728 and 2025 in terms of their prime factors. So a prime factor is basically a small prime number. So, and a prime number is a number that is only divisible by 1 and itself. And some examples of prime numbers include 2, 3, 5, 7. So these numbers can only be divisible by 1, like 7 divided by 1 is 7, and 7 divided by 7 is 1. So there's no other number that can divide 7. Similarly, the same goes for these other numbers. So obviously there's some prime numbers larger than these that go beyond 10, but for the KCSE exam, it is highly unlikely that you will be told to factorize a number and then it'll have very large prime numbers greater than 10. So, and another way you can look at it as well is that, you know, we're trying to find the ingredients that make up 1728. So if 1728 and 2025 were cakes, so we're trying to figure out what's the, you know, what's the unga, what's the eggs. So maybe the unga is, because unga is a lot, so you expect that it'll have a lot of 2s, like 2 times 2 times 2, and then, you know, and then maybe the eggs might be a 3 here, or you know, 2 or 3 eggs. Anyway, let's get into it, and then you'll see what I mean. Okay. So let's factorize 1728 using a factor tree. So that's a factor tree is just a way of visualizing these factors more easily. So 2 goes into 1728 how many times? That'll be the first one. So 2 times 8 is 16, drop down the 1, you have 12 there, 2 times 6 is 12, 2 times 4 is 8. Then you can factorize that as well. 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 2 is 4. Factorize this. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 minus 2 is drop down the 1, we have 6 here, and then we can factorize this again. 2 goes into 21 10 times, 2 times 10 is 20, drop down the 1, we have 16, 2 times 8 is 16. And then we can factorize this further. 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 4 is 8. And then factorize this again, you have 2, goes here, 20, 2 times 2 is 4, 27 times. Now, because we have a 7 here, we can't use 2 again to factorize. So we can try 3. 2 plus 7 is 9, so that's true. This is divisible by 3. So 3 and 9 makes 27. And then finally we have 9, and that is 3 and 3. So now we have all the factors that, or all the ingredients that make up 1728. So I will list them here. Okay, so maybe I can move this down since we have, okay, so here we have 1728. The factors are, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 2s and 1 2 3 and 3 3s, so we have 6 2s. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 3 3s. 1 2 3. Okay, great. So since we've done that, we can erase this. Okay, let me just want to 6, yeah, on to